the 2025 Audi Q7 and SQ7. We don't have the official US information yet. We only have the European press release to go off of. But the main thing to understand is this is not even a full redesign. This is simply a refresh of the current Q7 and the SQ7. You can see that with the exterior and with the interior. However, with the European press release, we do have confirmation that we are still going to have the 3-liter V6 model, and the SQ7 is still going to utilize the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 with 500 horsepower. And of course in Europe, their base engines have the diesel options, which we do not get in the States. So we can assume the 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder will continue to serve as the base engine option. And I'll talk more about the engines and the trims a little bit later in the video. And I will also show you how you can save 7% off MSRP on the Q7 and the SQ7 for the 2024 model years. But let's get started with this video and talk about the exterior looks for the 2025 refreshed Q7s. It's got a more boxy shape to it. It looks a little bit more purposeful. And overall, I am a fan. I would like to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. We also have some new wheel options that we can choose from, and the sizes range between 19 inches to 22 inches. The headlights and the taillights are some of the big changes that Audi keeps touting in the European press release. They're saying that regular LED headlights will come standard with the Q7, and the Matrix LED headlights will be available as an option, but you can also get HD Matrix LED headlights with Audi laser light technology. This is also going to be available, and that's going to work with 24 LEDs and a high power laser diode. And the laser light becomes active above 43.5 miles per hour, and this will significantly increase the high beam range. So in the US, with the 2024 Q7, when you go with the Premium Plus models, which is what I personally recommend in the Audi lineup, the Premium Plus almost always is the best value proposition for just about every Audi. And when you go with that mid-trim level, Audi throws in the Matrix design LED headlights with the daytime running light signature as standard with the Premium Plus models. But it seems like the laser light technology is going to be an additional option that you're going to have to pay up for if you want that. And the rear taillights are now OLED. And these lights will also be able to perform various animations as you walk up to the vehicle, as you walk away from the car. Audi's headlight taillight game has always been peak. They've always been the best when it comes to their headlight taillight technology, so that seems to continue here with this flagship SUV product. Other things to note about the exterior: we have 3 new colors that you can choose from. We have Sakir Gold, Ascari Blue, and Chili Red. And that's pretty much it for the exterior looks of this new Q7. When it comes to the SQ7, it's simply going to be a little bit more aggressive. It's going to have a new front spoiler, a rear diffuser, and both models should be coming with a black optics package, so you can black out some of that chrome trim. And again, please leave your thoughts below in the comment section regarding how this vehicle looks. When it comes to the interior space, it remains virtually the same as the outgoing Q7. We have this minimalist approach, but what I don't like is how much glossy material that they have throughout the cabin. It gets very annoying not only to clean, but there's also some reflections typically in harsh sunlight, which I'm not a huge fan of. But regardless, we can see in the photos and in the videos the dual screen setup. And personally, this is one of the few vehicles where I don't mind not having the physical buttons and switches for the climate control and the fan speed and some of the other controls, primarily because Audi did a good job with the tactile feedback of that second screen there. It's located in an easy to access area, but obviously for practical reasons and for reliability reasons, physical buttons and switches would have been a better option to go with, but this is the way the auto industry is going. They want to save money when it comes to buttons, switches, knobs, and all those things. The seats get a subtle design improvement, and we have more decorative inlays to choose from, like the wood, the aluminum, the carbon designs throughout the interior. They gave us some more options there. And they've also expanded the range of apps that you can use with the infotainment. We have more third-party apps like Spotify and Amazon Music that you can have within the infotainment system. But regarding the drivetrain, I mean, I am excited to see that 3-liter turbo V6 engine with 335 horsepower, 369 pounds-feet of torque, as well as the 4-liter twin-turbo V8 found in the SQ7 with 500 horsepower. Should be doing 0 to 60 in about 4.1 seconds. The V6 model in about 5.7 seconds, according to Audi. And we can assume that they're going to continue with that 2-liter turbo 4-cylinder as the base engine with 261 horsepower, 273 pounds-feet of torque. Those models should be doing 60 in 6.7 seconds. So despite it being 2025, they're still using the V6 and the V8 engines. That's great. You can get regular steel suspension, but there's also air suspension available as an option with these vehicles. With the SQ7s, you're going to have more aggressive suspension, larger brakes, and available torque vectoring rear differential if you so want. All of these engines are going to be mated to the 8-speed Tiptronic transmission, and they're all going to utilize a mild hybrid system, and they will all have quattro all-wheel drive. And that's pretty much everything you need to know for the Audi Q7. I mean, overall, I am a fan of these vehicles. They are very smooth, very quiet. You have plenty of space inside for the front and the second row passengers. However, the third row tends to be rather useless, but if you fold down the third row seats, then you will have a massive trunk. But I suppose you can use the third row in a pinch and it could be okay for children, but it's definitely not okay for adults. At least that's my experience with the 2023 Q7 that I tested. Anyway, I did promise you a way on how you can save 7% off MSRP with the 2024 Q7 and SQ7. That's because I have partnered with AutoCompanion, one of the largest brokers in the United States. He is located in Washington, D.C., and he's offering 7% off MSRP on the Q7 and the SQ7 and on all of the trim levels. However, when you go with the 4-cylinder Q7 and when you go with the SQ7, you will get an additional $2,500 in a lease incentive. So that's an additional savings on top of the 7% off MSRP if you decide to lease either one of those models I mentioned. And you can find that out by using the free leasing calculator that AutoCompanion has to offer. I will have that linked in the description box below. This is a powerful calculator because it shows you the interest rate, the residuals, and the incentives for a lease. And leasing programs change every month, but this calculator will also update every month. And a 4-cylinder Premium Plus Q7 is going to lease for about $900 a month, and a SQ7 is going to be around $1,500 a month. Payments are definitely up there, but that's the world we're living in now with these post-pandemic insane prices. But you can save if you want to even further than what I'm showing you here by doing things like a one-pay lease or putting down multiple security deposits. Those are all ways in which you can lower the interest rate of a lease, but that's going to depend on how much cash you have at hand. But it's just good to know about this stuff because in this overinflated market, we the consumers should have every edge possible to save the maximum amount of money. And if you want to work with AutoCompanion, like I mentioned, he is located in Washington, D.C. You will either have to ship the vehicle or pick up the vehicle at DC yourself, and he does charge a broker fee. However, if you sign up with my affiliate link in the description box below, you can save some money off of that fee, because believe it or not, some of these dealerships, they're still charging over MSRP for some of these SUVs. So if you're tired of haggling with some of those dealerships, you can consider reaching out to AutoCompanion. And I hope you appreciate this information and these resources, and I hope you like and subscribe. But thank you so much for watching. Take care and goodbye.